Hey, what's going on, guys? Brandon here with Texas Plinking, and I got another video on something pretty cool. This is my second CMMG Dissent. I didn't make a full video on my one chambered in 5.56, but I did feature it in a AR alternatives video. But this is another one. This one is the Dissent from CMMG Mark 57 or 57 because it is chambered in 5.7x28. The history on this round is some German geezer left a 5.56 round in his pocket in his jeans, and when he pulled it out of the dryer, it shrunk. They called it the 5.7x28. Some of that history may not be totally accurate, but that's my takeaway from it. So it's a pretty cool round, just from the experience I have with other guns. But anyway, having something that has AR controls, it's very, very familiar if you like ARs or any of the other CMMG lineup, whether it's Dissent or Banshees, what have you. But you're shooting that little 5.7x28. Recoil is very low, velocity is very high. As far as this gun in particular, it does not have a buffer tube system like ARs or the Banshee line. Because it's a pistol, I went ahead and got a SP Tactical brace on here. Charging handle's off to the side here. You can put that off to the right if you'd like. Non-reciprocating, big old paddle here for the release. Very, very intuitive. All the Dissents come with a Trigger Tech trigger, but a specific one that Trigger Tech and CMMG work together on. Mag release is on this huge paddle. That's the way CMMG's always done it. Really like that as well. What have I done to mine? Well, it came black, and I thought I wanted a little bit more flavor, just so you guys have something else to look at. So I went ahead, I didn't really know what I was doing. I masked off some areas, painted it green, peeled off the masking tape, and I liked it initially. The lines were a little too clean, kind of looked like a traffic cone, so I went ahead and pre-wore a little bit of it. So, you know, maybe you guys like it, maybe you guys don't. If you don't like it, go fuck. All right, let's go ahead and run the first round through this, so you guys are gonna see my first impressions. Fired up the Vortex Spark Solar on this. Let's see if it's remotely sighted in. We'll start with the larger targets here. That's a really interesting recoil impulse. I thought it was gonna be kind of really snappy, not high recoiling, but just a snap. It almost seems delayed. It almost seems like, I don't know, you almost feel it like recoil back and back forward and just lands very still. Feels good is what I'm trying to say. See how well it's sighted in here. All right, looks a little low. Not enough energy to knock that dueling tree over. Needs to be at least like a 9mm from the looks of it. I got 20 more rounds. We're gonna go ahead and shoot it. I want to try speeding it up. Again, I only got one mag through it. You guys have seen that. But the trigger, very, very nice. But it feels more like a precision trigger. And what I would like is on the reset, I'd like for it to follow my finger a little bit quicker, because I think when I'm trying to shoot quickly, it doesn't seem to reset. I don't know, maybe I'm just making it up. Let's try another mag here. All right, I'll take my time on the first two here. Reset. All right, let's try to double tap it. All right, not bad. Yeah, like right there, I tried to double tap it, and I just didn't let it reset. So it seems like it needs a little bit of effort for that trigger to reset. It's just something to get used to. I have to like really come off that trigger, it seems like. Okay, well, as you can see, as far as recoil impulse wise, it stays on target perfectly. I'm starting to have to make the habit of just totally coming off that trigger like this, because if I just try to barely edge off, it doesn't reset. Just something to get used to on the trigger when you're shooting quickly. Otherwise, it's a very, very crisp break. Very nice. Let's blow stuff up. Figured it was worth the shot into the smoke. All right, so those are pretty fun targets. I just put some little Firebird sticky targets on that to show the difference between Firebird and non-Firebird. Set up a little science experiment for research purposes. YouTube, talking to you. All right, so to the left, we just got a water jug. Let's just see what a 40 grain Federal full metal jacket, 5.7x28 does. Just some water, probably gonna zip right through it. All right, now let's shoot some Firebird. It appears I have to set the other target up. Well, that sucks. There we go. Oh, okay. I'm getting better with that trigger. Maybe it's just resetting better with some braking or something. One of the biggest takeaways with this round is just how fast it travels, even out of this short barrel. I don't know if it's 5.5 inches, something like that. Out of this relatively short barrel, you're not really used to hearing the impact on steel as quick as you do, but that's the 5.7x28 for you. Real quick, I was standing in this very position shooting the same range, about 45-50 yards or so, a couple weeks ago with the Nighthawk 1911. I know that's a 45 ACP, but just to have perspective, check that out real quick between the time of shot and impact. With that reference, now compare it to the 5.7x28. It gets there as fast as a 5.56, really. It's speedy. That is such a funny recoil impulse. I've messed with the Banshee in 5.7x28, but it wasn't mine to keep, while this one is. And it's a very, very cool round, man. I actually have a couple guns at this point in 5.7x28. I think the reason people steer away from it, I think the main reason is really the price per round. And I don't blame you. I mean, there's this one point where 5.7x28 was just unobtainable for like less than $1.50. I think it's come down now. FN makes it. Today we're shooting Federal. I think there's some more offerings out there. And the more guns that get chambered in it, the more adopted it would be. For example, I might have got another 5.7 on a Black Friday deal. So check this out. All right, I was on Palmetto Armory's website just for fun. And I don't know, I fell victim to a Black Friday deal. This is what they call the Rock from PSA, Palmetto State Armory. And it is a handgun chambered in 5.7x28. A little sneaky for you guys. If you stayed around long enough, let's shoot another 5.7x28. Haven't fired this one yet, but we'll make it a 5.7x28 day. Oh, that's kind of cool. Interesting. Looks like it's zeroed in too. Maybe. Wow, that's cool. You know it's powerful just the way, I wouldn't call it snappy, it just, I don't know, barks like a big dog. Just sit still though. That's kind of cool. All right, a few more rounds, let me speed it up. That'll give me a good idea on the controllability here. All right, missed one there. Very cool. I'm trying to think of how many guns I have in that round. We got this Dissent, we got that Rock, the PS90, Diamondback Tactical DBX 5.7, and that might be all of them. So there's a few guns I have in 5.7x28, and the more I come out and shoot with it, the more I realize it's a really cool round. Kicks ever so slightly more than a 22, but it's actually a very capable round that gets on target so fast. I mean, I can shoot in the middle of that field out there, and when it gets to the target, it's as if it's a 5.56. So I think it's got its place. I think it's very, very cool. And now that CMMG is offering it in its Dissent, which is the new line within the year old here, very, very neat. Very cool. So I like it. Let me know what you guys think about it. But that does it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.